Now let's go over how to um, organize your data and go ahead and kind of keep a centralized um, repository for everything. This is going to be extremely important. Okay, that's why I want to do this at the very beginning, because data management and organization, especially in something like a GIS, is crucial to being successful when you're working on local machines. And so you have to make sure you get this squared away early, and then you follow the repetition, and it'll help you keep things nice and neat and in places where you know where they are, right? So we're working with a lot of data and a lot of files in this case, and it's going to be very important to have something put together like this. What I'd like to see you guys do is go ahead and create a little folder for yourself. Okay, you can be on the desktop or in your C drive or wherever, right? Somewhere that's easily accessible. And create a little folder called Geography 2122. That's fine. Okay. So you're gonna know that it's this course that we're talking about. And inside that folder, okay, I have a few other things that I've got going on, but imagine that this is blank, which it will be for you because this is going to be a brand new folder. What I want to see you guys do is create a new folder, okay, like that. And you could call this one your labs, okay, um, okay, like that. And so open up the labs, and then under here, this is where you're going to be storing all of the labs for the course. So you could do these all at once, but you could do them all. You could do them all at once or one at a time, whatever, however works best for you. I'm going to just kind of start out with lab one first and work through it like that. So new folder. I'm going to call this lab one. Okay. Now in this folder here, I'm going to download the files from Canvas that I need, like the PDF for this lab, which has all the instructions, and also the data. That's the most important part, or as equally important part to this, the data that you need. And I'm going to store it in this lab one folder, and then I'm going to work from this folder as I go about doing the lab itself, working through the problems, etc. It's all going to be stored in this lab one folder. Okay. So let me show you here on Canvas what that's going to look like. Okay. So when you're in the modules and you'll be through these various labs, okay, let's imagine that we're going to start with lab one. And so what I want you guys to do is go here to files, okay? And actually, or can I, you're seeing a little behind the scenes, can I do this and say add a file? I cannot. So I can't put, the thing with GIS is, especially shape files, there are, 3, 4, 5, at least 4 to 5 various smaller files that make up a shape file. And I don't really want to get us in the habit of zipping and unzipping things because that makes things even more confusing. I'm trying to keep them organized in the folders on Canvas, and then you could just download everything. So let's do it this way, okay? Imagine we're starting lab one. First thing I would say to do before anything, go over here to the files link in your Canvas, okay? And then you can go to data here. Okay, and so here's a folder called lab one. Now I don't know if it's going, it will allow me to download the whole thing at once. If you do that, it's going to zip the folder. I don't recommend you do that actually. I would say let's go ahead and go here, open up lab one, and then what we could try to do, let's see if this will allow us, let's see if this will download all of these as separate files. That would be perfect. So if I click one of these, and then if I hold the shift key on my keyboard, and I click on the bottom, it will select all of these items, okay? And then I could use this little button right here at the top that says download. Okay. And no, I'm not playing music. Why did that show up? I don't know. Anyways, it did zip it anyways, but that's fine. So what I can do is extract all of these because I need to get all of these little files out of here, out of this .zip, and into the lab1 folder that I created. Let me just hit this button here that says extract all. Okay, select a destination to export, or select a destination to extract the files. I'm not going to just say extract because otherwise it's going to get saved in the downloads folder. That's not where I want. I want these files to be in the lab1 folder. That's why this is so important, okay? So I'm going to say browse first. And then finding my 2122 folder, okay, labs, click through these things just like I'm doing it here. Lab 1, this is what you're going to do. Highlight lab 1 and then say select folder like this. Now it's changed the path like that, okay? That means that all of these little shape files are going to be sent to the lab 1 folder, and that's where you're going to work from. And you're going to do the same thing when it comes to lab 2 and lab 3 and everything else that I post out there for you guys that is going to be data that you're going to need to copy and or download and then copy to your computer, okay? So keeping things organized is going to be a very nice way to, like I said, you know, stay focused while you're working with these various data sources. Say extract. Great. Now, look at the path I have. Labs, lab 1. I have all these little files that I need, and this is the this is the data that I'm going to work with for this lab. Great. The next thing I can do is if I want to keep the PDF for the instructions, or you can just look at the instructions directly on Canvas. Either way, I would prefer to download it. You can also put it in this folder here. That's fine. That's it for this one.